Hello, everybody, and welcome to the September Astro and Tarot predictions. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my lovely sister who's going to read the cards for us. Hi, Sophie. How are you?
Hello. I'm really happy to be here. It's a beautiful day. I don't know for you guys, but it's a wonderful change of the season, and I just feel really happy about that change. And September is a great month for me. Let me know if you like September too.
Yeah, me too. Well, it's both of our birthdays during the month of September 1st, September 3rd. So we're going to talk about, we have a new moon right in the middle of our birthdays. And generally, when I looked at the astrology for September, I'm feeling that, well, I like the astrology. I like the energy. I like what I'm seeing so far. I feel like, honestly, August has been whooping my ass, if I can say. It's been really hard. Lots of challenges, lots of delays. And of course, we had Mercury also retrograde. And first good news for September, Mercury is going to be direct. It's moving direct right at the end of August. So finally, I feel like things are going to start moving forward in their natural order, in their natural rhythm. And the other thing that is going to be super interesting in September is that it is the start officially of eclipse season. So the first one is going to be on September 17th, so right in the middle of September. And then we're going to have the second one 2 weeks after on October 2nd. So the second one, we're going to talk about it when we do the October predictions. So we're going to focus on the eclipse we have during the month of September, which is going to be in Pisces. And both of the luminations this month are making T-square, which means there's important decisions that will likely need to be made during the month of September. But the point is Jupiter, so it's not so bad. It's not like a very like as disruptive as we had, let's say, with Uranus, for example. Jupiter will bring, yes, decisions, but it also brings blessings in the end. So I kind of like September. I feel like it's kind of the rewards and answers we've been waiting for.
Mhm.
And if we felt like the energy was stagnant for a while, we were waiting on some responses, let's say things to move forward, I think we're going to have those answers during September. So yay. And how are you feeling intuitively, Sophie, about September before we start?
I just feel this unblocking. I just feel that September is going to be less intense for people, but just things are going to just fall into places. Things are just going to move, but not too fast, not too much. It's just going to fall into places and just a natural flow. So I don't feel that we're going to feel stuck. I don't feel that there is going to be, I know it's eclipse season, but that's just what I'm getting intuitively. We're going to do the cards, but I just feel that we're going to be guided in the right place. Yes, but I'm not getting a huge deal for this eclipse. Let's hope I'm right.
Okay, it's interesting. Maybe because it's in your sign, in your ascendant sign, in your rising sign, Pisces. Maybe you can deal better with those energies. Maybe. Let's see with the cards later on. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but we are testing out a new formula for those Astro and Tarot prediction monthly. So we divided this one into 12 videos for each of the zodiac signs, so you don't have to click on the timestamp for your sign. You can just listen to your own sign. So it takes a little bit more of our time because there's montage, editing that needs to be made. So let us know if you do like this formula, and we'll keep on doing them. So of course you can like this video, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. So that really helps us out, and it gives us the message that you indeed like this new formula, which we hope you do. So first of all, I want to start off by saying a very, very happy solar return to all of the Virgo babies, Libra babies during the month of September. A very happy birthday to all of you. Happy solar return. And we have a very special surprise for you guys that we are starting off this month with the new formula during for the month of September. And as a huge thank you for our beautiful community, We will be giving away one consultation with Sophie to one of our lucky community members that will be celebrating their birthday this month. So we will be starting it right now for the month of September. I already, wrote a message in the community, and a lot of people have answered to participate. And then we will carry on with the same formula every month for all the birthday celebration in our community. So if you would like to join our community to take part in those giveaway every month, you can join for free. That's on maisonjupiter.academy, and you'll see there's lots to share, lots of interesting posts, and we will be also adding some more interesting stuff in the community with like this giveaway that we'll be doing every month. So first thing I wanted to say, and then so drum roll, our winner for September from the community that will be winning a consultation with Sophie, and I just want to show it here. For the beautiful soul who's going to win the consultation, they will have the choice between the tarot reading 1 hour and the past lives reading. So, and of course, if you're not a winner, if you'd like to book with Sophie, you can do so on maisonjupiter.com. All the links will be below in the description box. And don't forget your discount code, which is Jupiter, to get 10% off your next reading. So yes, drum roll, the selected. And then I did not select the winner. The universe did. I used the dice to make sure I was staying very neutral in this process. So our winner is Isa 33 Reed. So she says, hello, MJ family. I am celebrating 55 on September 16. A very happy solar return and birthday for you. For my solar return, I would love to manifest peace, love, and sovereignty to our beautiful planet. I would love to manifest the ability to embrace my purpose and let go of procrastination, self-doubt, poverty mentality. Wishing both Julie and Sophie and all our fellow Virgo babies a wonderful solar birthday. So thank you so much. You are our winner. Very happy for you. So let us know, send us an email. You can find it on the website, and let us know which type of consultation you would like to get with Sophie for your birthday. All right. So that being said, let's start the show with the important dates. So this one is going to be a little different. So we're going to be using the calendar that I made. And if you'd like to download it, it is free download available. So I'll put also the link on the description box below. So I put a legend there for people that are not like super knowledgeable in astrology, so that they can discern what dates are good right away without looking too much into the aspects. So first, when we start September, we'll have, let's say, a lightning bolt here. So expect surprises. Uranus will turn retrograde. And then Pluto will re-enter Capricorn. So for the very last time in our lives. So yes, and whenever Pluto changes sign, we can expect surprises and big events. And then on the 2nd, right in the middle of our 2 birthdays, we have a new moon in Virgo at 11 degrees. So we're going to be talking about this one in just a few seconds. And then we have like here a bunch of square oppositions. So be careful on those days. And then there's a beautiful green heart here on the 11th, Mercury-Mars sextile. And yes, I forgot to say, Sophie, we have a lightning bolt for your birthday. But that can be good surprises. I did not say bad surprises.
I hope so.
And on the 15th, we have a star date. So those are the luckiest date that I put a star there. Venus-Jupiter trine. And then the event of September is going to be the eclipse. So that's a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. And we're going to be talking about this one as well. Beautiful trine here on the 19th. And then we have a couple of lightning days where there could be lots of surprises, movement, and especially also because we are in the eclipse window between the 17th and the 2nd of October. And then a beautiful trine here on the 24th. But you can expect between eclipses, as usual, that there are likely going to be lots of surprises. So keep your schedule as open as you can. This is what I do usually in between eclipses, because you never know what's going to come your way. It's not necessarily negative. It's just that we often have to adapt very quickly. And then a beautiful star date here on the 30th. Mercury Kazemi, so the Sun and Mercury go to conjunct. So good news, beautiful announcements, surprises, and the South Node is going to be conjunct also.
So you know what? I'm still optimistic.
You're still optimistic? Yes, me too.
I'm excited that whatever change is coming our way when it's eclipses is going to be a good change. And this is going to be a beautiful month for everybody. So we're going to look in each sign, of course, but
Yeah.
I'm still on it's going to be a good month and things going to fall into places.
Yeah, me too. I 100% agree with you. And I think the changes that are going to be made are definitely destined changes, because we are talking about eclipses, and eclipses deal with destiny. So, and I think if you have been, let's say, actively working on making sure you are centered, you are in your let's say, in your purpose and your values, usually that brings a lot of good energies, especially when we have such karmic signs. Like Pisces is like the karmic rewards coming back to us, and a full moon is a completion. So I'm feeling very optimistic as well. So stay tuned, because in the second part of the video, we're going to be talking about each of the signs in detail. So we're going to be talking about your sign. And of course, you can look at the video for your sun, for your rising sign, and lastly for your moon as well. So you're going to have more complete predictions. And I would say sun and rising are probably going to be the two most accurate predictions that you're going to find there. And I usually listen to both, and you're going to see there's probably a mix of both themes that are going to be happening. So let's start first by talking about this new moon in Virgo at 11 degrees. So I put the same little emojis here so you can refer to the calendar. So it's a new moon, so we don't see it in the sky. And I put a red light there because it's making a T-square, but it's not like I don't see it like as a bad full moon or a new moon, I mean. But things can move. There's likely things are going to be shifting. And it's kind of a similar T-square, and it's a mutable T-square. So maybe things are like in motion. Mutable is changing, it's perfecting, it's letting go. So there's a lot of things in evolution at the moment of this new moon, and it's a very similar T-square that we're going to have at the eclipse. So for me, what that tells me is that this new moon, we're going to be starting things, new moon, new chapter, that are going to lead to a lot of rewards and, let's say, karmic endings and karmic rewards coming at the eclipse. So those two are going to be very, very much in connection. So make sure anything that you start there on this Virgo new moon is really aligned with what you want, with your purpose, with what you wish to manifest in your life, because the eclipse is going to give you, let's say, completion and rewards for what is started there. So I wrote here, a new endeavor requires hard work and important decisions. So both of the lunation of September, I think, are going to be under the theme of making important decisions because of the T-square that points to Jupiter. And both of them have this mutable T-square with like different planets in it. So here the new moon opposes Saturn. Yes, directly. Saturn is at 17 degrees and points to Jupiter at the center of the apex of that T-square. So T-square is tension, lots of tension, but Jupiter is at the apex of the T-square, so it's not so bad, but yes, it requires changes and decisions. And because it's in Virgo, the sign of work, and opposing Saturn, another planet of work and of hard work, that is, I feel like we're going to be adapting to a new way of doing things at work. So the two major themes that could come up during the month of September for both of lunations for me are work, career, and health. because Virgo and Pisces is the axis of health. So I think it's going to be the two main themes that we're going to be having to transform. So adapting to a new way of doing things, adopting a new professional strategy, because Virgo and Saturn equals work. And because it's mutable, we're going to have to perfect things, change things, do things in a different way, work hard, be disciplined, have a routine, have a schedule, have a timeline, streamline our efforts. So all of that stuff is very Virgo and Saturn at the same time. Working hard to create a new revenue stream, because Jupiter is a financial planet. So it will require lots of work. So I'm not gonna lie here, but I think it could also produce very interesting results with Jupiter here. Needing to make decisions regarding anything that's Jupiter. So here I put a list: social media, information, content, traveling, relocation, immigration, because it's Jupiter and Gemini, which is the apex of that T-square. So that's the focal point of the decisions that we're going to have to make. So there could also be a new social media project, a new event, a new online project that needs lots of work and dedication. Virgo and Saturn, facing obstacles, Saturn, delays, but that can be lucrative in the end. It could also talk about perfecting a project, making something better, aiming high, because Jupiter is the arrow. It's the ruler of Sagittarius. So having a goal, aiming high, working hard towards that goal. Or it could also talk about health. So tackling a health issue or imbalance with information and research, because of that Jupiter in Gemini. But I think the good way of doing things is to be a good Virgo, especially for that new moon. So organize yourself and your ideas and your projects like a good Virgo. And this will be likely a preview of the themes coming at the eclipse. So it's time here to put in the work if you want to reap the rewards later on. So Sophie, can we look at the cards for this new moon in Virgo?
Yes.
Or this community?
Interesting. Okay, so those are my oracles, and I will also take some of tarot cards. So one card fell on the floor. Always good. Okay, so let me show you everything that we got. Starting with the oracle, we have releasing, we have purging, and we have communication with this web that is there. So with this, it's exactly as you were saying, Julie, the connection, the preparation, the online presence. It's all of those things of that you mentioned with the social medias and everything. We have also, with this, I'm seeing a lot of people in your network that are going to be helping you in this phase. So your connection, your communication is going to be important. And we are going to not be in Mercury retrograde at that time. So hopefully it's going to be a very positive communication, and I feel it this way. A lot of networking is going to be coming in. Those two cards, the card of purging and release that we started with, it's already done. I think it's what was left behind maybe during the Mercury retrograde or the last month. We're starting fresh with this. We start with a new communication, new intent. So your affirmation are going to be really strong also with this. And you really want to use every people in your network for this. With the card of tarot, we get the Two of Wands. We get the Six of Wands. So a lot of wands so far. And the Knight of Cups. So what we see here is that we could be trying to change things. We can try to have a new also balance. They're trying to have a balance to support this. So they're working together. Again, we have the network, we have a teamwork. They're working together to find a balance for their new reality. So the Two of Wands right there is going to be, okay, so we released stuff that didn't work in the past. Now, how can we bring something new that is stronger, that has more balance, and hopefully letting go of everything that didn't work in the past with our new knowledge. The Six of Wands is there to tell you that you're going to be having the rewards. So everything that you're starting is going to get you the rewards and the success that you really hope. But you have to use your affirmation, your vision, and your communication in all form to really continue to have this vision in your mind, to manifest it, to get the best rewards, because you can amplify those rewards using communication and your vibration to get more. The Knight of Cups is telling me that you're going to have a lot more of connection with what you create, because it's going to come from the heart, and it's going to be stronger in your life because your vibration is going to be full of love, full of positivity. So it's just going to amplify everything you're creating from that center of your heart.
Wow. And it's so interesting that you got the two first cards as detox and purging, because it's not detox, it's something else.
It's purge and release, but you're right. I was thinking about detox too.
Because Virgo rules detox and letting go of, like, in your body, in your work, like making sure you are focusing on the right stuff. And Saturn is like the planet that likes to simplify, likes to release what's not necessary. So I feel like, although it's a new moon, there's an element to it, if we look at the cards, that is still also in like streamlining, simplifying, letting go of what no longer works in work and in health, which makes a lot of sense with the archetype of Virgo.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Well, you gave me a lot of reassurance because it's falling directly on my sun. So let's hope for the best. And now we're going to be talking about the event of the month of September. So this is going to be the eclipse. And with eclipses, usually we feel it about a month before and about a month after the eclipse season. So from, let's say, late mid-August until beginning of November is going to be the orb of influence of the changes ushered by the period of eclipses. So they always come in pairs, and this time it's a full moon eclipse, and after the second one is going to be a new moon eclipse. So meaning that on September 17th, we are in the release, purge, detox mode still. And it's interesting that you got that for the new moon. So I think it's going to be like a major theme for September. And then 2 weeks later, we have a new moon eclipse, which is going to be very light, I love the energy of the second eclipse. So I think first, before we can really start fresh with the second eclipse, we need to release stuff. So this is kind of what this eclipse tells us. And eclipses usually, for people that didn't hear us talk about eclipses before, usually they usher big changes in our lives. So big events. So that can be, let's say, a change in location, you move, you get in a relationship, you leave a relationship, you get a new job, you go to a wedding, you get married, you have kids, or you become a grandparent. So any kind of big lifetime milestone is usually in the eclipse season. So that's what the eclipses are here. And because they are close to the nodes of the moon, so they trigger our destined path. So usually those things are more linked to karma and destiny than our free will. And sometimes we like to joke around, Sophie and I, and we say, even if you'd like to hide behind a rock during an eclipse because you don't want to face like all the changes that they bring, it's not going to work. It's still going to affect you in some way. But that doesn't mean it's negative. Of course, that can be beautiful stuff happening. But with this one, I don't know. So I can't wait to see with the cards, to be honest. Because first of all, the meaning of a full moon is a closure, a completion, an ending, letting go. An eclipse is like a full moon on steroids. So it's like 3 times the power of a regular full moon. And then Pisces is the sign associated with endings, with karma, with the end of a cycle. So we kind of have 3 signifying factors that tells us that it's going to be a big karmic chapter ending in our lives. So whatever it is, and we're going to talk about the sign individually after. So you're going to know in what house it's going to activate, so you have more clues of that, what that can pertain to. So okay, this one is interesting. So the lunar eclipse, so the moon will be conjunct Neptune, so the ruler of Pisces, so the ruler of the sign it's in. So like another element that tells us that karma, past lives, the past, also clearing, letting go is going to be very, very much emphasized. And then the moon will be between Neptune and Saturn. So Saturn is the other planet of karma. So as you can see, ending of a big karmic chapter, Pisces and Saturn rule karma. And that can be very positive. Let's say you're really done with something, with a certain experience that you keep repeating from lifetime to lifetime. So this is kind of the ultimate, thank you very much, leave my life, thank you. Let's go on to the next chapter. Jupiter can bring long-awaited karmic rewards that you had to work hard for, because it's still making this mutable T-square that we had at the previous Virgo new moon. So because it's close to Saturn, it's closer to Neptune, but still Saturn is an orb for the conjunction. So it can bring obstacles, delays, challenges. Also, Saturn wants to make sure that whatever you're starting next in your life is realistic, but also has a long-term potential. So that's why some things may not or may work with Saturn. And then you're going to be able to see the results of your hard work and the results coming at this full moon eclipse, because it's a completion. It's where we can see the rewards of our hard work. Is equivalent to the amount of work you put in. And because it's Jupiter that's being the focal point of this T-square, it has to be aligned with your moral. And you have to play by the rules because Saturn is involved. So karma, morality, and hard work are like the ingredients of success for reaping the rewards here at this full moon eclipse. For other people, it could be more of a health theme coming up at the last new moon in Virgo that we had that needs your attention in order to bring awareness and healing. A lot of past life themes, I think, will be coming up for healing and letting go. And Neptune is the planet of forgiveness and letting go and connecting to source and God and the universe. So we're going to be asked to let's say, be our higher self, to forgive and let go. And on that note, if you'd like to know what you're going to be liberating, you can also book with Sophie for the past lives consultation. I will be doing so for sure, especially with that, because I want to reap the rewards. I'm tired of seeing, let's say, the same past lives karmic loop coming in my life. So as I said, there is still this mutable T-square. We have the sun on one side. On the other side, we have the moon, Neptune, Saturn, and then Jupiter is at the apex of that T-square. So again, this theme of making an important decision regarding a Jupiterian theme. So also that could be regarding the house that it's in your case. So look where Gemini is falling. So it could be around finances, investments, learning, teaching, traveling, relocating, immigration, international affairs, justice, and legal affairs. So a few of the things that Jupiter rules here. So that could be something important that comes in your life. You have to make a decision. You have to think about the future, Jupiter. You have to see things from a bigger perspective. So with every eclipse, be open to change, stay flexible, and especially because we have a mutable T-square. So mutable is all about change. So another double whammy here on the theme of change, and then being able to see the bigger picture with whatever comes into our lives. Also, we will be asked to let go of what needs to leave our lives at this time. So that being said, I can't wait for you, Sophie, to let us know with the cards. What are you seeing?
Let's see what we have. And we have Purge.
Wow.
And it's not even the same card. Okay, interesting.
Interesting.
We have unpredictable.
Yes.
And we have divine timing. This is like keywords for those kind of events. Let's see with tarot cards before I show you everything that I have. King of Swords, the Hangman, which is Pisces energy, by the way. The Hangman is Pisces energy. And Three of Cups. So let me show you what we have. So this is the card that is named Fever, and it says sick, tired, and purge with King of Sword underneath. So yes, with what you were saying about health, it can be health related also with this eclipse, where you can have finally an answer on what you have. If it was karmic or from a past life, what you're suffering from, mental health, physical health, you could have a release or just understanding on what it is in your body. And I have chills for this. It's very, very connected. Your energy field can create stuff that are becoming physical. So with this, this topic of past life and karmic retribution, you can finally have something that is removed, purge from you. The King of Swords for me represents also surgeon. So if you do need a surgery, you could have some news about it. Overall, I'm feeling that it's a very positive energy, but just to cover the full spectrum, for a little percentage of the people watching, you can learn that somebody is starting an illness. So, or you can learn that someone is going under the surgery. So this could be options also when it is an eclipse. The card in the middle, it's my card of trouble. It says outside of the box, rebel, and unpredictable, which is completely normal to see when we have an eclipse. The card underneath is the Hangman. Everything, those things together means that you're not going to be in an action with this. You don't have any power saying otherwise. It says that you're not going to be in power. You're not going to be able to do a lot about what is coming. It's going to be unpredictable, and things are already settled. So it's in the universe. Universe wants to help you, have already decided what is going to be your eclipse and what needs to be removed for you to be in your best path for the next portion of your life, for the next chapter for you. So you're not going to have to take action for what is to come. It is already there. You don't hold a lot of power. The card about Pisces is your power relies on how you react to it, and you will need to realize that the bigger picture makes that any change that is coming at that time is going to be a good one. But it's going to possibly be uncomfortable if you are trying to hold on to it too tightly. The last card that we have is divine timing, because yes, those things are divine intervention and they come at a divine timing in our lives. And it's a Three of Cups. So we can have celebration, we can have a wedding, we can have reconnection, rekindling the flame with this. It's not just bad stuff that are there. It could be really beautiful, beautiful energy. You need to know that there is good stuff that are coming through, but it can be unpredictable. So the key word of all of this is really trust the divine. Try to work on your vibration to manifest the best version of it, and whatever comes, stay in a high vibration and really focus on your words, because your words are really powerful and you want to understand that whatever is coming is really good for you. So continue to say I trust in the universe and it will be good for me.
Wow, I love that. And I also wanted to say I got a kind of a download while you were talking. Of course, this kind of conjunction of planets is also not, let's say, the best one for the immune system, especially for the eclipse. So I just want to say, if something comes up, especially at the new moon in Virgo, which deals with health, with natural health, if you see, like, let's say my immune system feels a bit weak, I'm starting to get sick. So this is the time to take your vitamins, to really have a good, healthy routine, to make sure that your grounded, prepare for anything that comes up for the eclipse. Because let's say if we start already the eclipse season feeling tired, feeling, it's kind of easy to feel under the weather with this conjunction of planets and whatever, let's say, the powers that be or were have in mind for the planet.
Yeah, and I would add to it that help also your elderly. So the people that are more advanced in age than you around you may need some support or some vitamins also, or anything that is just a boost, because Saturn rules older people. And I think Pisces does too, if I'm not mistaken. So we need to just watch yourself, your energy, especially from a 5D point of view with those cards. So especially your vibration, because it's connected with Pisces, and because we have this hangman of 5D energy, but also if you can help the people who are elderly around you.
All right. Thank you, Sophie, for that. And also, I wanted to add that eclipse season means big changes in the collective. We talked more about the personal side of things. I'm going to make like separate astrology video for the collective, but in our personal lives, eclipses is usually where we need guidance the most, when we need to listen to our own intuition, our own guidance system the most. And of course, I personally like to book an appointment with my sister, because she gives me kind of, let's say, a couple of different scenarios that could happen later on, so I could choose kind of what timeline I want to go on. What can I do to, let's say, better a situation? So that's something I personally like to do. But of course, the best thing you can do is also do it for yourself, right, Sophie?
Absolutely.
Sophie has put up an awesome new course, which is all about learning tarot. And this is our favorite tool, Sophie and I, to, let's say, connect with our intuition to get answers, whatever question we have. And sometimes we have like very 3D questions. And like, let's say, doing this new formula for this show, we pulled some cards and we're like, yes, I think that's the way to go for, let's say, embracing the changes and the evolution and our path ahead for Maison Jupiter. So you can really ask questions about anything in your life, and the tool, there's many different tools you can use to listen to your higher self, your intuition, but that's the one that we know the most, right, Sophia?
Yeah, absolutely. And this course is a little bit different from the others. I really want you to have fun with this one. I really want to use the imagery. And I'm showing you a new way of learning the card that is intuitive, it is fun, it is easy. I'm using lots of examples from many decks, so you can have fun and using many decks. And it's going to be also focused on understanding the cards and the keywords, but I'm giving you my own personal technique, all of my little secrets, so it can come naturally from you, and you can rely on what is in front of you and not having to go with your logic. So this is fun, this is easy, and from the feedback that I have when I teach that particular technique, it's really fast learning. And from there, you can switch with any decks and you are in your full control. This is giving you a lot of power in your life.
And especially to go through like big periods of transitions like the eclipses, where we have to shift, we have to stay flexible, we have to embrace new paths, embrace new ways of doing stuff. So that can be like a really important validation, if you can connect back to your intuition and be like, okay, this is the right decision. Am I on the right path? With whatever area in your life. So this first one, I love your technique, Sophie. I think most people are visual. Most people are very intuitive, especially in this community. So looking at a lot of visuals, symbols from different decks. So you teach how to use a deck they want and learn to really easily discern like all the different messages from the deck. So I feel like it's a really Pisces rising approach, which I love. And we have a special launch promo for this tarot course, which is a 50% off. So we're not going to have the discount soon. And the discount code is tarot50 to get 50% off. So that's going to be for a limited time only until September 1st. So until your birthday. So really, we're putting those videos before the month of September. So make sure you take advantage of that promo. So thank you so much, Sophie. So let's look at the different 12 zodiac signs. Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's look at the September predictions for your sign. So first of all, a very happy solar return to all of you beautiful Libras that are born in the month of September. If you are an October Libra, it is still time to participate in the next giveaway for the month of October, and that's going to be in the community. So make sure you are subscribing to the community. The link will be down below so you can participate in the giveaway for October. All right, so let's start the month for you Libra. So first of all, September 2nd, we'll have a new moon in the sign of Virgo, and that's going to activate your 12th house because it is right before your season, Libra season. So, so this new moon in Virgo, for some Libras, it can mean starting a new work project behind the scenes. And you'll have to work harder than usual because we have an opposition to Saturn in your 6th house, so bringing you lots of responsibilities in your day-to-day life. So you'll need to work harder than usual. You'll need to make sure you have a healthy routine, you have a productive routine. So that's what kind of Saturn brings you in the 6th house. And we have a mutable T-square at the moment of this new moon and also at the moment of the eclipse. So you'll need to be flexible, to be ready to change anything that no longer works, to adapt. And the 12th house is also about purifying, about detoxing. So the first, let's say, theme that could come up for you Libras is work. Also, it could be health. So let's start with work. So yeah, I said that Saturn, you could be facing challenges, delays more than usual. That could also be a new spiritual practice that you're starting around this time. If it's daily, it's going to be even better because you're likely facing lots of stress and responsibilities in your day-to-day life with that Saturn. Also, that's a great time to schedule any kind of healing, ritual, practice, treatment that can help you with a physical or mental imbalance that you'd like to work with, or emotional or spiritual, of course. And the T-square points to Jupiter in your 9th house. So you're still blessed by Jupiter transiting your 9th house, a very protected and divine 9th house. So I don't think it's going to be that bad because of that Jupiter, even though a T-square is usually a very tense aspect. But for Libras, it could just mean that you have decisions to make regarding travels, regarding what kind of healing work do you wish to do. And that could be healing something from the past, because also we have your planet that's going to be in conjunction with the South Node in your 1st house. So likely a lot of karmic connections coming to light around this time for healing. And the 12th house is also about healing. And also it's going to open up your consciousness to, let's say, to allow you to see things from a bigger perspective, to open up your horizons to new cultures, to new experiences. So you're going to see like life in a brand new way after this new moon and after this month, because Jupiter will stay there for a little bit. Also, I feel like a lot of Libras will need to shift the karmic balance of karmic death. We have this, let's say, the South Node still in your sign until the end of the year. So South Node is more of a spiritual energy of letting go, of alchemizing, of transcending things that are Libra based, so relationship based, but also around yourself. So you're in the process of really shedding a lot of skin, and that will be until the end of the year. And I feel like a lot of Libras could have sudden access to ancient wisdom regarding health and spirituality and regarding like another level of your spiritual awakening with that Jupiter. And then 2 weeks later, September 17, we'll have a full moon eclipse in Pisces. So that's the main event of September. We are starting eclipse season in full force. So it will activate your sixth house of physical health, routine, work. So this eclipse is very important because it is the first eclipse that will start the activation by eclipses of your health axis of your 6th and 12th house. So you're going to have like a series of transformation with eclipses for 2 years. So you'll see like your day-to-day life, your day-to-day work, probably transcend, transform, change, and also your health. So the balance also between your work, your health, your physical health, your spiritual and mental health. So all of that, you'll have to balance it all together. And also your sense of purpose, feeling that you're doing something that's in service, which is Virgo, but also your 6th house. So for a lot of Libras, this eclipse could coincide with the end of a certain work, with let's say a boss leaving, a colleague, a coworker leaving. So because this eclipse is really tied to endings, end of a phase. Also, it could be the end of a work projects, or it can also mean that you have to work very hard to complete a work project around this time because Saturn is there. Also, Libras could have to readjust the karmic balance regarding past work, colleagues, partners. 6th house deals also with like paying karma on a day-to-day scale. Also, there could be important decisions regarding a legal affair. Jupiter, again, is pointing to the 9th house, which deal with justice, but also Libras, the sign of the other sign of justice. For some Libras, it can mean letting go of a professional project, of an idea of what you wanted to do on a day-to-day basis. So that can be a routine, a project, or health routine. So you're putting an end to something that no longer serves you in that department. That could also be very positively for Libras, the end of a health struggle, because we have like so many indicators that something is ending. And in the 6th house is more the physical health, but you have Pisces there, which is the mental health. So both for Libras are very much intertwined. Like how you're feeling physically really connects with your mental and spiritual state. So that's why like a regular spiritual practice, especially for Libras, is so positive. So that could be the end of a health struggle. That can be the end of like a mental health issue. I feel like there's a lot of chances to find healing there, but of course it's going to require of you discipline and hard work because Saturn is there. And that's going to be the preparation for the next year when the North Node is going to transit your 6th house of work, of purpose, of health. So a lot of Libras will have to find a new work or a new purpose, a new motivation in their day-to-day life to feel like they are adding something to the collective, to be in service in some shape or form, the 6th house. By the work that you're doing, or by, that could be anything, or that could be also for you. So a healthy routine to be able to, let's say, if you have kids, to be in better service of the people around you. So this eclipse is kind of clearing any past debris in the way of this new chapter. And first, it's going to start with the health balance, the physical health, the mental health balance, the spiritual health, and also in the way that could change a lot of what you feel like you're here to do as far as purpose and work. So let's look into the cards, Sophie, what we have for Libras for September. It says trust. And it says that, well, it's a shift. And I think it's a lot of wave. I think it's a lot of the bad weather. We don't see the coast from there. We're not sure if we're going to even survive this. This is about your fate. And this is about
releasing your fears, releasing the problem that you face, releasing anything that you cannot control into source. So when you connect with your fate, when you connect with source, it is going to lead you in the right direction. This is what we have as the main energy for you for this month. Let's continue with the theme of water, and let's ask the Mermaid Tarot deck to tell us more for Libra this month. We have the Four of Swords. It is the card of healing, and it could also be a practice of meditation. It could also be, for some of you, because of this particular card, to start the practice of the cold showers, the cold bath, the ice bath. So there is something where you're needed to face a certain adversity to gain peace of mind, to gain healing, and to gain some kind of peacefulness all around you. The next card is Page of Wands. It says that the answer is not going to be in what you have tried already. It is going to be a breakthrough. This person is looking at this light and suddenly everything illuminates. So we are going to ask Libras to really release any of their worries into source for this month, to gain practice, like Julie said, meditation or any new practice that is going to help you to it. I feel it's going to be shutting down either the brain or either the body, and then restarting the whole thing. So it's basically power and reboot. It's basically this. We're going to do this with your mind, with your body, whatever is needed for you. I will take the card that is underneath the deck because we get Ace of Swords, and this particular Ace of Swords has a cord that is there. And as Julie said, I'm not a big fan of cutting the cords since I know what it does to our body, but in this we may have to cut cords, but the right way. So it may be that you need to release some negative cords, not the positive one, but the negative cords with either a trauma in this current life or past life, or people that are taking your energy without you knowing it, or that you are attached to someone and you're taking that without knowing, without the intention of doing it. So there is a cleansing of the cords that is going to happen, and most likely that is needed for this month, that is going to free you and making you able to have this breakthrough. I was saying breakthrough with this one, but this is the official card of the breakthrough. In all of this, you're going to gain a new bright beginning. So let's see, just underneath the deck, I was having those anyway. So let's see, we have Ace of Cups. With this Ace of Sword, we have brand new beginning and a closure of a big cycle. So whatever it means for you, this is a collective message, but Libras, it's going to require you to hit the power, restart, and really get new beginnings and releasing the old. That could be cutting the cords with people, cutting the cords with places or trauma, so they don't take your energy anymore.
Wow, that is so interesting because I was thinking about the sixth house where this eclipse falls, and it is linked also in, let's say, when we look into past lives, in slavery, also poverty mindset. So feeling like less than, being on a lesser level than someone, and being abused for that reason. So you might need to let go of a lot of that stuff if that resonates with you. And the other thing, and I feel like your cards are so on point, because the next eclipse, 2 weeks after this one, October 2nd, we're going to have such a beautiful eclipse in your sign, Libras. So it's for sure, and it's a new moon eclipse also in the sign of Libra. So it's going to allow you to like have a brand new chapter filled with so much light and so much like manifestation potential for you. So it makes sense that for this first eclipse, you need to release a lot of, let's say, the dirty water, so that the glass can be filled with the next eclipse.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Sophie. I hope it resonates with you, Libras. Let us know in the comments. And of course, if you did enjoy this new format, don't forget to give us a like. Thank you in advance for your support. And also do make sure you are subscribed to this channel.
And to the community, because this is where you're going to be able to participate in any giveaway and stay in touch with us. We are putting more and more on the community.
Yeah, definitely. And also, this is a general reading for all of you Libras, but if you'd like to get your one-on-one consultation with Sophie, you have the choice between the 1-hour tarot reading, where you get the chance to ask all of your questions with Sophie and her tarot cards. And also we have the past lives reading. If you'd like to get more into, let's say, what you can release, what kind of soul contracts you can change to your adventure that can bring a real difference in this lifetime, and especially with this eclipse season that is very much tied with this past life theme. So if you'd like to book, don't forget to enter Jupiter as your discount code to get 10% off your next reading. That's on MaisonJupiter.com. And the links will be down below in the description box. Thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you so much, everybody, and have a beautiful month of September, Libras.